Hopefully it's recording and the voice is also recording. So today I moved to use this stick basically for alignment and opening of my shoulders. I am no expert on this, but I just saw a few videos and like through the usual route of social media. When I found myself diving into videos of martial arts, qigong and whatnot, and I saw the use of the stick, and I was inspired to try this myself. So I claim to be no expert. I'm going to follow my intuition here. And speaking of which, the whole idea of doing this 75-day challenge is, even though I teach, is to find a voice for the social media, a voice that feels very authentic and true to what I want to offer. So as a facilitator, I do not claim to be an expert on anything but myself, on anything but my own body. But through facilitation, through the classes and courses that I offer and want to offer in the future, I want to bring in this idea of your body knows, intuitive moving, discussing certain mechanics. So I am going to, of course, talk about all the experiences that I have had over the years, over the last 18 years of movement practice, of how I learned about my body. So I'm going to share the practice with you, but at the same time open you up to reflect on what resonates with you, what doesn't, what feels similar, what feels different, and knowing that you are the expert on your body. And with a little bit of help and community, you can really bring, the practice is like farming, and then you know the fruits that bear from the farming. So you discuss techniques, but then when you plant your seed and then water that seed, and that is your process, that's your intimate relationship with the seed, with your body, with the process. Yeah, I feel like I'm struggling to say clearly what I want to say, but then again, the process of all of this, the idea behind this process, I mean, is to find my language of expressing, sharing my experience. So I'm playing with this. I've positioned the stick, but I'm also now playing with pressure, pushing into the stick, releasing that pressure, feeling into it. It's exactly placed against my lower rib cage. And I am feeling into how might I have to, of course, my body is not symmetrical. I don't think any of us are perfectly symmetrical, which is fine. But I also want to be able to use that side of my body that doesn't get used that much. Because this uneven strength is what, in most cases, is the cause of injury. When you're quads are stronger than your hamstrings, or your hamstrings are stronger than your quads. It causes injury. Hip and back problem can also be mitigated if you can use both sides of your hip, both sides of your glutes equally, both feet equally. So I'm trying to feel more into my left and how I can push my left rib cage back and feel it. Feel the left side open, left shoulder open, left neck open. Okay. I feel like I want to change my position to sitting. Because I can feel my anklet press into my mat. I've gotten used to this pressing into my skin, but I don't want it to start tearing into my mat. Maybe, yeah. So here I can press the heel into each other. Definitely in this position, I know I can feel that asymmetry between the right and the left. It's quite an active position, this one. Start with neck rolls. Inhaling, rolling up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. And as I do this, I'm watching my lower rib cage. And the pressure and resistance against or release from the stick. Other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Mm. This is quite an active position. Feeling it more than I anticipated, but I think it's okay. Breathe into it. Press the heel into each other to open my groin so my knees can relax down. Relaxation is definitely not what I'm feeling right now, but I'll hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, as I hold this position, I can feel some muscles like really relax. Some, not all. And one, release. I'm gonna change my position again. I guess this time be on my toes. So I've curled my toes under and press into the floor, and I'm gonna sit on the block, which is not going to work. So because I want to keep my, yeah, this is better. Toes together, pressing the toes into the floor, and I'm sitting on the heel. This is also pretty active. what do I want to do here? And here I'm going to start with my wrist. So pressing the toes into the floor, taking a moment to feel how even, uneven uneven pressure, how much pressure I'm applying, if it's even on both sides or not. I definitely have to pay attention to my left side more and work my left side more so that the left side muscles can get engaged, especially my quads. So pressing the little toe into the floor, lengthening and pressing into the floor, and then going for wrist rotation. Other way, just doing 3. And release. Taking a break from that position, coming up here and coming up to standing as well. The roof is quite low and just want to make sure I don't bang into the roof with my stick. Also, what is new for me is speaking during my self practice. Also struggling a little bit here, but then again, reminding myself that's the work. It's, you're not speaking so much in your self practice. You're basically listening to music. Yeah. Lateral stretches, pressing into the floor. Actually, here I'm going to use this block so that as I press into the floor, I'm pressing into the block as well. So there is this pressure acting in two direction, pressing down and towards each other, and I feel like that helps activate the inner thigh. And I'm going to place the block between the heel and press that inner heel into the block while I also press my feet down, and hope my head is not cut off here. If it's, well, then it is. Okay. This feels good. Pressing down and into the block and giving yourself a nice lateral stretch with open shoulders, nothing like it. Inhale, exhale, pressing down and into the block, getting those inner thighs to activate and pressing the shoulders into the stick. Amazing. Inhale, exhale, twist, keeping the hip in place. Keeping the hip in place, keeping the shoulders to press into each other, lifting the navel up, pressing the feet down and towards each other. Next inhale, come to the center, exhale the other side. And inhale, exhale, forward fold. Keep pressing into the block and down, and relax the neck, the yes and a no, and let it hang. Let the weight of your head stretch the spine. Bending to pick this up. This happens to me. This falls off every time I use it after a shower. Mm. This feels good. This always feels so good. Deep squat, Malasana. And here I'm pressing into the block again, so the activation of muscle feels different. And again, forward fold. Next inhale, come up. Gonna move this back down. Alright, moving the block away. Working with some balances. Actually, before balances, I think I want to work with some lunges. So here we go. Stepping back, active lunges. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And other side. Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Whew. Resting. Following the breath. My awareness is following the breath. Giving myself another minute maybe so the breath can settle. For balancing, I can feel my body is like beginning to prepare for balancing, and it's coming towards the center. Not just what is physically visible, but I can feel all the muscles gather towards the center, pull in towards the center. The intuition is to lift the right leg up first, but I'm gonna now be like, okay, body, let's do the left first. And I can already see the body taking that instruction and preparing to lift the left. Let's go. Pressing into the stick, lifting the hips up, which means my thighs are active. We are here. We go open. lifting the navel up. One more. Release. Oh. Again, giving myself a minute for the breath to settle down. Feels different, yeah. This side is definitely easier because my left leg is able to support me better actually. Can you believe that? Than the right. I feel like I want to do just one more on the other side. Just one extra round to see if my right leg can learn something from my left in the way it can support. Okay, let's go here, here. Ooh. And yes, this is where I need the support. So my upper body doesn't adjust. I need my right leg to support in the opening of the hip. And give this a second to relax. Swinging, but the hips stay parallel. Oops. That's it for today. See you again tomorrow.